Hello, dear viewers. I am a global nationalist. I support nationalism in my country, India, and in all countries around the globe. Today is the Saturday of the month, and so I will be talking about nationalism in a South Asian country. The country I will talk about today is Bangladesh, and about how it can use nationalism to resolve its linguistic and religious disputes and conflicts within the country. To understand this, we have to uh, go back to Bangladesh's history before it was formed as a country, the Bangladesh. Originally, it was part of several Indian empires and kingdoms. These go back thousands of years, and it basically has until the Islamic invasions of the second millennium BCE, second millennium CE. It's been a largely Hindu area, although there have been Buddhist influences and Buddhism has been practiced. It has mainly been Hindu. Now, what has what happened was that when Islam came to India, once it reached Bengal, it like everywhere else in North India, it came through an invasion. But as time went by, Hindu uh, kingdoms in Bengal, and I'm referring to Bengal, including modern day West Bengal and Bangladesh as the same region. Now, kingdoms in this region would give respect and support to both Hinduism and Islam. There was no official discrimination, although there might have been discrimination within the society. As far as I know, I have not read any records of that. And however, this changed during the British period when they adopted divide and rule policy, where they um, supported Muslims' grievances against Hindus, and thereby established different divided Bengal into two different states of West Bengal and East Bengal, where East Bengal was for the Muslims and West Bengal was for the Hindus. This was later reversed, but by in this was in 1911, I think. However, by then the seeds of the eventual partition of not only Bengal but also all of India had already been planted. After the uh, towards the end of the Indian independence movement, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader of the movement to establish Pakistan, demanded that East Bengal be formed as a part of Pakistan to be called East Pakistan, and West Pakistan would form what is currently Pakistan as it is today. And so, when partition happened, Bengal became East Pakistan, part of the same country. However, uh, people in West Pakistan often officially discriminated against East Pakistanis, and so there were liberation movements against Pakistan in Bangladesh. These were largely secular and centered around the language of Bengali, whereby they viewed themselves as different from uh, Pakistanis who did not speak Bengali. And so India participated in the liberation war of Bangladesh against Pakistan, and Bangladesh was formed as a country in 1971. And India defeated Pakistan in that famous war, where about 90 thousand soldiers of the Pakistan army surrendered. And so, what later happened was that um, at first, Bangladesh was a secular country. It is one of the four founding uh, principles of the Bangladesh constitution. And however, this was changed in the late 70s when um, secularism was removed from the constitution, and then in 1985 the government established Islam as the state religion. However, the government was still considered. No, sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. After the government established Islam as a state religion in 1985, I believe, somewhere in the mid 1980s, the Supreme Court in the 2010s, the early 2010s, the Supreme Court of Bangladesh held that the removal of secularism from the constitution was unconstitutional and illegal, and so restored secularism to the constitution. And Bangladesh was once again a secular country. However, it maintains Islam as a state religion. Now, this may seem contradictory, however, according to Bangladeshi courts and judiciary, it is not. What secularism in Bangladesh means is that they treat all the religions without any discrimination against them, and that everyone is free to practice their religion. However, the government will still follow the Quran and recognize Allah as the God of Bangladesh and Islam as the state religion. Now, the reason I am talking about this is because of the recent attacks in Bangladesh against Hindus, uh, which took place during Navratri. Happy Navratri, by the way. I hope you had a wonderful festival season. And these attacks were done because a Hindu had allegedly, sorry, desecrated the Quran in some district of Bangladesh. And so, in several districts of Bangladesh, uh, Hindu temples were attacked, uh, Durga pandals were attacked, and statues were destroyed, people were harmed. So, which was totally wrong and disproportionate. And the Indian government has responded to this, at least verbally, right now, condemning it and saying that they are sure that the authorities in Bangladesh will take measures against those responsible. Why I'm talking about Bangladesh nationalism with respect to this is because I think this shows one divide in Bangladesh regarding nationalism, whether because they are officially an Islamic country, but they are also secular, and this basically prevents the government from fully embracing religious diversity and pluralism. I think what needs to happen is that Bangladesh has to go back to the true original constitution, which established itself as a secular country, and to remove Islam as a state religion. This will prevent Islamic fanatics like the people who attacked the Durga Pandals this week from engaging in communal violence against non-Muslim communities. Because since Islam is the state religion of Bangladesh, they believe that they have some support from the government, and that's why they commit these attacks. If they don't have the support of the government, they will probably, if not stop these attacks, at least reduce them. However, it must be said as to why Islam will become intrinsic to Bangladeshi national identity. It's because at first, the Bangladesh government under Sheikh Mujibur Rahman had tried to make Bengali as the language Bengali as a uniting factor amongst all Bangladeshis. However, this did not work with tribals in Bangladesh who had a separate language and did not want to be dominated by Bengali speakers. So that's why they focused on religion, but that, as I've said and shown, has caused its own problems. Therefore, I think what Bangladesh needs to do for nationalism is one, to go back to the original constitution, which was completely secular, and to remove Islam as the state religion. Two, to properly protect all religious freedom. And another point is that, what can I say? As far as language goes, since Bangladesh is a unitary government without any states, it is entirely controlled by the central government. So I think to the central government should do is to allow all the languages spoken in Bangladesh, both Bengali and other tribal languages and other non-Bengali languages, to be used by the government in official communication. This will allow each language to be protected by the government and to promoted by the government, and so people will not feel like their language is being discriminated against and not treated fairly. This will, I think, help unite the country, and I hope that it can reduce the disputes and conflicts within the country. I think Bangladesh is a very promising country, developing country. Its per capita income has increased, its HDI has increased in the last few years. So I'm quite excited about them and think they will be a good team in the future. I mean, not team, I mean country, sorry. That Bangladesh will eventually become a properly developed country. I think maybe at least within the next 30 years, 25 to 30 years. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Basically, Bangladesh has to embrace all of Hinduism and to create a common identity for all of them to agree to. And that's what I want to talk about. I hope you like my video. Thank you for watching. Vande Mataram.